Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to a nervous episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. And for those who know me, or those who don't know me, it's been a week. And why has it been a week? Well, actually, my week has been awesome. In the sense that I was in Florida and visiting our daughter, and we had a wonderful time. And I got to see the opening of the new Star Tours, additional adventures, which I shared. And, that was pretty good. Now, this video will go in my feed in the order that I made them. So it's probably going to be a few weeks before this releases. But at the time of our trip to Florida, my good old home state of New Jersey went through what can only be described as a mini apocalypse, in the sense that we've had not one, not two, but I think 3 major rain deluges with several inches of rain or more, one day after the next. And if you watch my channel, you know that my basement, where the Star Wars collection is, can take on water. And I was away, so there wasn't anything I could do about that. I had someone coming out to check, bring in the mail and check on our cat and that kind of thing, but I didn't want to subject that person to having to pump out a basement. So I just said, you know what, we're just gonna let the fates have it and hope that it wasn't anything. I kept checking the weather and it wasn't anything. We've had far more rain come our way, far more rain that did not end up in really any flooding. So I just kind of took the chance and said, all right, well, I figured if there was any major issue, then the entire state would have had state of emergency because of flooding, and that didn't happen, so it was okay. That in and of itself doesn't warrant a video. What warrants a video is that right after that, we had an earthquake and aftershocks. Yeah, New Jersey, not California, no, New Jersey. We had several earthquakes and aftershocks. I experienced none of it because I was in Florida. So we're like, okay, we'll come home and assess the damage. So I'm kind of doing what I decided to do is do a little walkthrough to show you the damage. I will tell you, spoiler alert, we're fine, nothing serious. In fact, hardly anything at all. I did want to kind of show you though what we did experience, or what ended up being an issue. So let me show you what we did find. Okay, so as I am going down the stairs here, looking at the floor, I'm pretty sure that we did not get any water, because normally we would have, there wouldn't be too much issue. Most things are off the floor, but some things would have been settled or moved a little bit, and that didn't happen. My boots would have been knocked over because they're just rubber, so they would have just floated. So, and there's no danky smell or anything like that, so I think we're good. However, what did unfortunately a casualty would be my lovely Halcyon calendar that I made for my wife. It's not a big deal. It's just boxes that sadly fell out. No big deal. I just have to put them back together and then make sure they're in order. So the Halcyon symbol is there. Looks like in terms of the figures, this is kind of the more higher end stuff. Some of the Hot Toys, my Black Series Vader, things like that all seem okay. So I would have thought this guy would have fallen, but it didn't. Vader does look a little tilted, so I'm not sure if that was just because of, whoa. Okay, that happened. Okay, let's get him back up. All right, I'll have to go back and adjust him a little bit later. But yeah, so he definitely Anakin had a rough moment. I am noticing some chips on the floor. I don't know if that's paint chips. What are these? I'm not exactly sure. Oh, we did have a little, looks like our lamp shattered a bit. Okay, so I don't know if that was I don't think that was not there before I left. So yeah, it looks like we did have a little result. So I'll have to replace that lamp eventually. Legos look okay. I gotta do something more with this. I want to spread these out or do something. I'm actually thinking about, I found a place online that you can actually get reproduction boxes. This is an original box, but I was thinking about getting some 12-inch reproduction boxes and kind of displaying them that way. All right, let's move into here. Now, this is all stuff this is my pile so far. There's actually a whole other closet full of stuff, but this is my cell pile. So right now it's all in boxes, but I'm going to part with the Black Series TIE Fighter, First Order TIE Fighter. And I've been trying to part with this. If anybody online is interested, would like to, shoot me a message, darthtuba77@gmail.com, and we'll talk. Now, this one I was expecting these guys to fall over, but they did not. And they all seem to have survived. So that's good. And these guys also. Now, this, I'm shocked. I would have expected, these figures are basically just hanging with little tiny hooks. But over here, I had this nice ingenious method. You can watch a previous channel where I kind of updated it. But I had this really cool idea of putting them, I didn't get this idea myself. I totally stole it off the internet. Utilizing particle board dividers, and just kind of attaching them and measuring them out, and then putting the figures in there in these little clamshell cases. And then I can take them out and put them on display or put them back. And I actually included some of the, I cut out some of the cards so I knew the names of the figures, because some of these figures, they're character names. I have no idea, because it's not all just Han, Luke, and Leia. There's all sorts of other characters. I know who General Rieekan is. I know who Major Durlin is. I just don't know General Veers, Mon Mothma. I know a lot of them, but like this guy, he's not somebody that I am as familiar with from. He had like a second of screen time in Revenge of the Sith. Anyway. So the only problem with this, this thing sometimes they open up and I have to but this is kind of holding steady, so I just let that go. But one of the problems I run into is that some of the thinner clamshells, the smaller ones, they're a little taller, and these thicker ones are a little shorter. So as a result of that, they don't all fit together. So I put some tape here to kind of protect some of it, but even on a normal day, it can sometimes manifest itself into some of them falling. It looks like I lost. What did I get? Oh, poor Jar Jar. Of course it was Jar Jar. Jar Jar Binks, Clone Wars. So he'd be over here. Right, so that's an easy fix. And then this one is Darth Vader hologram. Oops. I think that. And, he's, from the 30th anniversary collection. I think he's right here. Yeah, I have to redo this because this is just a piece of tape that's just kind of eventually, it kind of undone anyway. So this, I don't even need an earthquake for that to happen. This shocks me. Not one Black Series figure fell. Not one. And they're very thin. It's a very thin board, I can't believe it. I'm shocked. I am absolutely shocked. So, all this stuff appears okay. My Gentle Giant figure is good. My other Hot Toy figures are good. Still want to go through some more Sideshow retrospective. Okay, this stayed up top. I'm always worried about this because this is a very expensive, the Comic-Con 2011 Revenge of the Jedi. I'm shocked at how much people are paying for this now. So, and it's beautiful, but it's just a cardboard box. So, you drop that thing into water and it's going to be dangerous. So my fear was, oh my goodness, we've got water in the basement, and if we have an earthquake that knocks that over, that's like a huge amount of expense. So everything else seems okay. And then looking at my Galaxy's Edge, don't seem to have too many issues. My Halcyon area looks fine. And again, more Black Series. Didn't fail on that one. Did all right. I dropped my Professor Jones's hat, and it's somewhere in this basement that I just cannot find. So I figured someday I'll move. I'll have to keep it there until such time. But we did have one casualty Down here we have a Tusken Raider. It's one of those 4-packs. Where are my other Tuskens? Tuskens, where are the... Oh, up here. Yeah, so put this guy up here. That's pretty good. Okay, done. These guys fared okay. My one loose R2 up there stayed. So, yeah, apparently some of my friends who had reached out to me, because I had a lot of people like, "Are you okay? Is the Star Wars collection okay?" Like, the Star Wars collection is fine. Like, is another thing. I was kind of half expecting some of this stuff to fall over, but it looks like it did not. Oh, well, we might have lost. I'm noticing one pod racer without a flag, or the flag without the pod racer, so it's possible. I see 2 droids up there, so we may have had a small issue there. But those guys all seem good. Up here, they seem good. Okay, I guess we're all right. Let's just check the check my newer sections here. These all worked out okay. Trying to decide if I want to build another one of these right here, but that seems dangerously close to the heater. So the most I might do is maybe I'll make a small one, like a 12-inch shelf. But we'll see. You gotta take advantage of whatever space you have. Cool. All right. I noticed. I thought I saw when I did like a perusal. Oh yeah, we got some here. Oh yeah, it looks like the micro collection. Oh, I think the micro collections. This might have been where we got. Look at this. These were all standing when I left for Florida a week ago. So it's looking as though this is where the shimmy shaking was happening. We got Luke here, Leia, this Leia, and Han. Okay. Now these, one back here. Nothing too serious. Down here, these guys look okay. All right. My 4D Star Destroyer model survived. Oh, this is some tape from the light. I have to fix that. Okay. This is some of that strip light. Okay. And we'll do that shortly in a little bit. I think everything else is looking pretty good. Okay. All right. Not too bad. Yeah, looks like the Star Wars collection survived another apocalyptic event. All right, cool. Now, I did have one last thing I will end with. I did receive some packages in the mail, and unfortunately, one did get caught in the rain. Sometimes the delivery driver put them out, and it got caught in the rain, and it got really, really soaked. So I did open it already, just to see what was in it, and we do have, surprisingly, a fairly decent condition Attack of the Clones Count Dooku VC-307. It is bent this way, but I don't believe that bend is from the packing or from getting wet. I believe it is from the way the box was just a little small. So, sadly, it's just kind of the nature of it. So, I'm going to throw this guy up here for now. Kind of hang him up there. All right. So, looked okay. We survived. All right. So, yeah, the floor doesn't seem wet at all. So, it would have had at least some residual if it was. So, we survived some flooding. And we survived some earthquakes. Let's avoid the locusts, please. Okay. All right, guys. That'll do it for this episode. I just wanted to give you kind of a little update. I'm fine. The collection is fine. I hope everyone else is fine in the tri-state area. And anybody who's been dealing with weather issues, I hope you guys are faring okay. All right. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Until next time. Oh, well, thank you to Red 5 for supporting the channel. As always, check out all the other content on the Red 5 network. We'll see you in the next video. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.